Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Thursday. We're going to be starting in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Let's start this live session with the basics. What is Customily? Now, most of you installed the app quite recently and are either getting started with your store from scratch or beginning the process of selling customizable products on an existing store. For both cases, we have the perfect tools to get started. So, Customily is an app that installs in your store and provides you with live previews of your products, along with options that your customers can interact with, changing those live previews with every interaction. From text typing to clip art selection, even to image upload or changes in styles in selections, your preview will change live and give you a realistic example of how your customization will look on the product. So, for example, this is a party invitation. You can select from multiple clip arts and change the background of this invitation. You can type in the date, time, address, and contact, so it can be today. Yeah, it can be also, we can set the address, okay, and the date, today, and time, like that. So whatever you input will change your live preview. And I can set the title because we want this to be a party. So I have this style, or maybe this style, or maybe this. And in fact, I can have multiple fonts as well and change this, like something like that, anything at all. So this will change, and you can actually test other backgrounds at the same time without affecting what you have created so far. So this preview is done by loading a template on the page, as well as the options. And these two elements, the template and the options, are created in Customily. Not only that, but whatever I'm customizing here and previewing in this part of my product page, once I check out how it looks in the preview and I add to cart and I purchase this, the information that I input will go into your Shopify order information. And not only that, you will get a link to get this image as well, this preview. And also on the back end of Customily, this information will go into a print file. And that's the most important thing, because you're not only saving time and back and forth emails with testings and proof to your customers. So you like this, I like another font, I like another color. You can save all that time by giving the customer the options to perform the customizations on their own and preview that as is going to be later. But you can also save time when it comes to creating the print file. The print file is being created as you customize. So this information will get into a print file that you will specify, and you will get that PDF or that PNG ready to print and to go. So Customily will save you not only time on the back and forth emails, but also on the print creation. And that's the great advantage of this app. Now, if you follow the steps of creating a template from scratch, you'll be able to create the options automatically within the app and connect them to any of your existing products. As simple as that. So we have tools to create new products and tools to connect to existing products. Customily 2.0 is our latest update for Shopify stores, which allows you to create and publish personalized products easier, faster, and better than before. Those starting your stores from scratch will have more interest in this section, because now you can choose a product directly from a print on demand supplier, add a design to it, and get it published in your Shopify store, all from Customily app. Also, with the print-on-demand services that have an API connection, all the fulfillment processes will be automated. This means that once you receive a purchase, all the order details and the ready to print file will be on your Shopify order, but also be sent to the corresponding POD provider automatically for fulfillment and shipping. Now, another interest feature for Shopify users is the free access to Customily's design libraries. This means that you can find designs that are ready to use and sell, or you can use that exclusive clipart collection and create your own designs. So that's all available in the 2.0 features that you will find inside Customily. But to summarize, I think that we can say there are 4 different paths you can explore with Customily 2.0. You can work with a print-on-demand provider who has its own product catalog and add a Customily design from the library to that product. This is the fastest path and the one that allows you to have published products ready to sell in minutes. You can work with a print-on-demand provider, but choose to add your own designs to the products. In this case, you will have to populate your design library before being able to publish products in your store. And we have a design studio that is meant for you to create stuff from scratch. Now, in that line of work, if you have your own products and are not interested in working with a print-on-demand provider, the way to go is to start by populating your product-based library. And after you have your own product mockups, you can choose to add a design from Customily's library to them and create and publish products really fast. Or you can, of course, add your own designs to your own products. This is the path that involves more time, but once you have all your product mockups and all your designs set up, it's just a mix and match game, and you'll be able to create and launch new products in really short time. So now that we have the different alternatives clear, let's create some products together, okay? If you check out some other live sessions, you will see that we have covered all these scenarios, and you get to see a lot of product examples. And today, we are going to be creating this party invitation. And this party invitation turns out to be something that we have in our own fulfillment. So we're not going to be using any PODs. We're going to be creating our product base. The reason why we want this to be our own mockup is because later we can create many designs and connect them, so we always have the same product, just with different designs available in our store. And this is the part invitation we're going to get started with. Now, what do I need? This is always like the first question you need to ask yourself. What do I need to create a customizable product? What kind of information do I need? Well, first of all, you need to have a clear idea of what you want to offer as customization. You may want to stick with a single background and offer many fonts and and be able to change the title, be able to change the information area. Maybe you want to change the colors and stuff. So whatever you want to offer as customization is essential, so you can go into Customily and make it happen. As you can see, there's a lot of tools available. You can change backgrounds, you can change colors, you can change fonts, type anything you want in as many lines as you want. So it's a matter of knowing what you want to do. Now, in this case, for this party invitation, I need to think about my product first and then about the content. So my product is the invitation itself, is the paper, the cardboard, where it's going to take, it's going to be fulfilled on. So first I need to know my print dimensions. And then I need to have at least a mock-up of this product. Maybe it can be a mock-up that has been already done, okay? Just to show as a listing photo and just to have as a reference when I'm going to put my design on top of that mock-up. If you later want to add some extra effect like this background, or maybe the size is bigger and you want to crop it to the dimensions of your card, you can use a mask, and we're going to see how that is done. But first, we need to jump into Customily. Now that we understand what we want to create, let's go to the app. Now, let's say I'm a Shopify store owner. I want to start selling personalized products, and I just installed Customily to try it out. Here we are in the main menu of Customily. This is the main page, and this is where you get started when you install the app for the first time. You're going to be presented with an onboarding that I really recommend you follow. You be honest on the questions that will pop up about what do you want to sell and how are you going to be fulfilling. And if you follow that onboarding, you start off with you end up with a product ready to go. You have explored the vast majority of the sections of the app. Is really quick, but they give you a great perspective of the app. But in any case, just so we get around this, you will see at the left bar that we have 6 sections. The first 3 sections are shortcuts to the 2.0 tools. The other 3 sections are the main core of Customily. You can explore, manage, and create your templates. Remember, templates are the files that load on the front end and provide a live preview. Okay, they will be created with these tools, or you can create them manually and manage that in this section. Also, in the libraries section, you can upload and organize your assets. We have libraries for colors, fonts, vectors, and images. And libraries will allow you to use the same assets and the same collections across many products at the same time. Finally, you can see all your connected products in the store section, as well as change many settings that will help you customize the front end experience of your customers. So when you go into, let's explore this, when you go to templates, you get to see all the templates that you have right now. Some of them are connected to products, some of them are testings, but here you have all the templates that can load into your store. In the libraries section, you'll be able to explore colors, fonts, vectors, and image libraries. We have many live sessions about this particular section, and we'll be adding more in the first week of July. And in the store section, what you're going to be able to see is your list of products from Shopify. So these are all my products. Right now, I have products that are connected to Customily, and I also have products that are not connected to Customily. Let me check out, for example, just let me think and see if I can find one that I created here recently. Yeah, this product, for example, is not connected to Customily. It's a regular product in my store, selling and without any customization. So here you can pick any product and connect your templates, and your options will be created. But also, when we explore 2.0 tools, whatever new product will show up here as well as your store. So there's a lot of things to check out, but learning how the backend works will help you find stuff and get you started with Customily. Yet, we're going to be jumping into the start section. Now here, since we're going to be creating our party invitation, we start off here, and I can see the print. For example, when I create a new product, I don't jump anywhere. I see that I have a lot of options. And here you have access to the print-on-demand providers that have integrated with us. We also have the designs in the design library, and the product bases also in the product base library. These are the ones you create when you have a standard product that will be produced with many designs. And here you have the designs. So eventually you'll be able to connect this and create new products. Or you can browse through these print-on-demand providers, connect them to the designs, and also create brand new products. So for the print-on-demand providers, you see we have connected with many, and they all have, or those who have automatic fulfillment here, indicates that they support API, and you can input that API key from your account with Custom Cut, Shine On, Printful, Printify, any one of those. You can grab that API key from your account and put it in Customily so you integrate with them and you're able to automatically fulfill whatever product you create with them. So if I were to open any print on demand, I will get access to their catalog and see those products working API and integrated so far. And I could pick any of these products, pick a design, and create a brand new product with the specifications of the POD and the design. Just so we cover a very common question as to how do we input our API and we integrate this. I'm going to show you, even if we're not going to be creating a product from them today. We did on Tuesday, and I think it's always better for those newcomers to the live sessions to see how it goes. So basically, you can click on settings here and go to your store settings inside Customily. There's a lot of things to explore, but if you go to integrations, you'll see that I have been integrated with Printful and Printify already, but I can add others. So I click on the drop-down menu, select Custom Cut, for example, and click on Enable Integration. So now if I scroll down, I will find Custom Cut integration ready to be input the API key. If I don't know where to find that, all I have to do is click here, and our Help Center will tell us exactly in this index here, where can we find the Custom Cut API key. Once I find that, I put it here and I save those settings. And now I have Custom Cut integrated as well as Printful and Printify, and I can automatically fulfill whatever product I create from their catalog. So I'm going to go to the Start menu again and focus on my party invitation product. Like I said, I have this product to be fulfilled. I have hundreds of empty invitations, and I want to start selling them in my Shopify store with different designs. Okay, so to save me time, I know the product is always the same, so I'm going to set up a product base. So whatever design I pick will create my product based on this base. So I'm going to click on Create New Product Base. And I start off with, well, a new product base. So I'm going to call this the Live Session Party Invitation Product Base. Well, very long. Let's compress this. I don't like long names. And I need to set up the width and the height of the real print area of my invitation. So I have invitations that are 7 centimeters, so that's 71, and 10 centimeters in height. So I'm going to create a page like that. So I have a print area here that has the exact dimensions of my invitation, and basically what I'm doing here is establishing where am I going to put whatever design I pick, and I'm going to cover the entire print area. I also need to make sure that I export the print file later. Remember that Customily shows you on the front end what are you customizing, and after you purchase, it creates the print file. Now, the print file can be exported in many formats, vector formats like EPS, PDF, Illustrator, or image files like PNG and JPEG. I'm going to go for a PNG in 300 dpi. That's going to be my print file format whenever I customize something. So I click next to go to my second step, and my second step basically is putting this print area over a mockup. And for that, I have these tools that will quickly guide me into what I need to upload. In the add product images, basically this will allow me to input to upload whatever I have as a base file of my product. This is my invitation base. Yeah. So right now what I see is I have this nice preview for my store. Remember, this is the preview settings. So this is what the customer will see. And the print area is over this and it's really big, right? So we can just resize this to fit our image like that. If I actually want more precision on the positioning, I can open the transform tab and change the width, the height, and actually adjust this more precisely if I want to, right? Like this and this. Yeah. So I need to be sure that whatever I show, I create as a design later will cover the entire print area, but clearly is going a bit out of the edges. Also, it could be that this um, this invitation has rounded corners, so we may want this print area to show up exactly as it's going to be printed and cut out, and not like a rectangle. So for that, we have a trick. Remember, this is going to print exactly the way we need, but we need to actually show the final product at the same time. And for that, we have a mask. This mask tools allows us to upload an image that basically is the same, but with certain transparency when it comes to the design. So if I show you what a mask is, you see the mask actually has the center cut out and transparent, meaning that I can have the same background, but the center will be transparent, covering whatever bleed I have or edges or corners I have of my design, of my printer. So I'm going to extend this, and yeah, I could actually grab this and make sure this looks well, or just come to the width and the height and exactly input the dimensions. So now you see the print area will be between the base file and the mask. The mask is shaping how this print area will look on the preview. Once we have this set up, so basically we need a base file of the product without customization, and we need the mask to shape it nicely. Not always, but it's highly recommended for certain products to have this file, because it really provides an extra detail to the preview. So when we click next, we are about to save this, but we have a final revision in which we double check that basically our print area is going to print in the exact size we established, but it's going to look like this on the front end. Okay, and inside this, we're going to put a design. So we're going to save this, and this is my product base. I can put any design here, and each time I select a design, a new product is created. So I can offer a party invitation with a theme related for like this one is like for night parties. Then we have birthday parties. Then we have wedding invitations. There's a lot of possibilities with just the same structure of product, just different designs. Now, before we save, if we have more than one variant, we can put it here, but we don't have variants. We just have one single option, which is the invitation. So now we have a product base saved. We are taken back to this section here, these product bases. I can see I have a lot of them, but this one is the last I created in the last page. So now we can go to the Start menu, and I could actually come to create new product. Instead of picking any of these products, I could go to my product bases, click here, find the LS invitation product base, click on this product, select, well, there's no variants to select, but sometimes variants are color related, size related, material related. That depends on the product, and the print area as well. This is a default print area, so I can click next once I select what I want to sell. And here I can pick from my designs, or I can pick from Customily designs. If I check this out, I could actually put any of these designs in my product. If I like one of these designs, I could actually put it to be one of my selling styles um, of party invitations, right? Could be a getaway invitation for friends, so we could actually put any of these designs. There's some categories, and you start off with categories, but I mean, I could pick like this, and any of these that have up to 5 friends. In fact, I could later personalize the friends or let them personalize. There will be a lot of options. And you see all the categories and amazing designs we have. We have people related categories like couples, dad, fathers, daughters. We have seasonal events. We have times of the year. Certain products will have specific designs meant for this. There's a lot of things you can explore, and this gets you started right off and really fast. And if you actually like this design, but you don't like the mother, you can remove the mother later and have the kid, or you can change the quote, or you can change the fonts. There's once you create this, you have all access to the clip art, so you can redesign them, use them any way you want. We're going to be covering that in really shortcoming live sessions as well. We did some with graduation design, that we actually took this design and we rearranged the letters and the information. Oh, this one was the one that we changed. We removed the books and we added some other graphics, and we added these fireworks to the background. So there's a lot of things you can improve. This is just a trigger for your ideas and imagination. But if I want to start with my designs, I should create one of the many invitation designs. So I'm going to the start again, and I'm going to click on create a new design. This is going to be the live session dark party invitation. Yep. So create a design. By default, you start off with a 1 meter by 1 meter canvas, but you can change that with the resize button here. Now I know all my invitations, all my designs will have the same size as the invitation, so I could actually resize this to yes. So I have a better look at the proportion. And now we are in the design studio of Customily. Here we can start creating all our customizations. And for that, we have a lot of tools. Most basic tools are text boxes. These are meant for customers to input their own text. Inside any of these text boxes, you can change the font, the color, alignments, etc. And your customers will be able to type with those conditions. Another great tool are the placeholders. Image placeholders and vector placeholders basically are objects that your customers can use to upload their own files, their own images, their own EPS files for the vectors. Okay, so whenever you're creating a customization that involves people uploading their photos, like whatever they have on their cell phone or their computer, you use placeholders, because the name tells you this is basically an object that will hold later an image from your customer. There's also a couple of map tools, so you can create custom maps and custom star maps, and many tools and options will be available within them, like styles and location input. But these tools are meant for your customers to input their own locations and personalize a map for a canvas, for a well, I have seen pillows, I have seen cutting boards, so there's no limitation there. Now, finally, we have the dynamic elements, dynamic image and dynamic vectors. Notice that these two icons have 4 small images or symbols. This means that these objects can hold one or more images. In fact, the idea is that if you upload one image, you may want to use that image as a background or a part of a design, like a quote or a frame. But if you upload many images inside the same object, you're actually offering choices. So your customers will be able to choose within the options inside here. So let me show you. I'm going to upload images here, and I'm going to upload my free backgrounds. Yeah, just grab them like that. And I have now three options inside the same object. Option 3 is this background. Option 2, I can preview by clicking on changing the option indicator. This is the other background. And option 1 is this background. So customers will see what you're seeing here in the example. They will see this selection. Only because you put three images inside a dynamic image. Okay, so I'm going to click on transform and resize this to fit the entire area of my design like that. So what's next? I want to have a text box for the information part. So I'm going to click here and I create a new text option. First, I need to change the color of this because it's barely readable. So I have 4 sections here. Transform is always the same. It's for coordinates and sizes. We have character to manage fonts. We're going to get there. And we have color. And in here, I can actually pick a white color and have that as well. So now that I have this color, I can start putting something like, date, time, address, and contact, right? So I'm going to be putting all this information inside of this box. So I should make this box a bit bigger. I can drag and reposition here, stuff like that. So I need space for the title. And well, it seems that if I keep shrinking this box, I might lose some information because I have a minimum size here that is stopping me from fitting more characters. So I'm going to make it so the minimum size is smaller, is up to 10. That way I can fit more characters. Also, I have a maximum size. So if I were to put just one letter, it will show up in 50 points. But to be fair, we don't put just one letter. I mean, we want to put all this. So we would like this to be smaller like that. If we actually want this to be even smaller, we could actually change this to, this is right now in 13 points, right? So we could actually set the maximum to 10 and have things. I'm going to stick with 10 and 10, so there's like a fixed size, right? Minimum and maximum size being the same means this is a fixed size. And yeah, and let's go to character. Now in character, I like these sizes because they kind of fit the style of what I want to, I'm going to be able to allow to be typed here by customers. But very important, I need to make sure that if they type without hitting the enter key, Customily will automatically set multi-line when you hit the end of the box. So I'm going to start typing and typing and just typing and typing. And whenever I hit the end of the box, I jump to the next line. I don't have to, I could actually hit the enter key and jump myself, but if not, Customily will jump for me. And in the font area, we're going to change this font. We have a lot of, you start off with very few fonts, but you can always click here and upload new fonts to your database, and they will be available for any text all the time. Yeah, I changed this to, I like this one better. So this text is the information part. And I can actually rename this so I don't get lost when I have too many options. Click on the Layers tab, and I see this image selection. This is the background, and I will click, and I'm going to call this Select Background. Keep in mind that whatever you type as the layer name will be reflected later here on this label. So it will save you time to have everything already working from your design. Then this text 2 is the information. And I want to add a title. Okay. So for the title, I'm going to click on the text box and create a brand new text box. It's going to be big and be around here and here. Okay. And well, it's limited to 50. Let's put a nice color like this. Yeah, an interesting color. It's actually 50 in limit. So let's go with something bigger, 100. Well, the limit for the box will be 77. Yeah, so it's okay to put 100. And the minimum is going to be 15. That's a bit small. Let's do something bigger, like, okay, let's see 50 and click here to see how it looks. Okay, that could be one thing. But what if I wanted to like this mega party? You see, I want to jump line and I'm not able to because my minimum size is too big. So I need to find a minimum size that will give me two lines. And yeah, 48 seems to be the best. If I think that the line spacing is too big, I can actually change this and have this a bit tighter, right? So now will be my minimum size, my maximum size, but I don't like the font. So I'm going to change my font. I'm going to put, let's find this. Yeah, this one is nice. Yeah, really great. But I want to offer another font. So this is my option number 1. If I click here and I go to option number 2, I can change my font and save it for option number 2. I can go to option 3 and find another one for number 3. Yeah. So now I have 3 font choices, and my customers will have 3 font choices. Yeah. In fact, depending on the fonts, I can actually reduce a bit more the spacing, right? Because I get to type anything to preview and see how things look, and if I like it, that's perfect. Okay, so this is my title, but I want to offer more titles because basically this is kind of boring, yeah, and dull. So this will be my title style 1. If I want to offer another style, I can actually copy and paste this this object. Okay. For copying and pasting, the best way to go is go to Control plus C to copy. In Mac is Command C. This will copy, and you can paste as with Control V. Okay, but if you actually paste with Control V, this will paste actually on top of the original one. So I could actually go Command C or Control C and Command V, and yeah, you see I have this new one on top. Wait, okay, yeah. So I have 2 of them. You see them here. One is number 3, one is number 4. This is important, the numbers, because later the options will connect to this. And I want to create a new style with this new text. So I'm going to hide the first one and go title style number 2. This title style will have the same color, but I'm going to do something different. We're going to add a stroke. Stroke obviously will have a color that can combine. I don't know, something like this. That's an option. And let's start adding width to this stroke to see how it looks. It starts to show, right? We want this to show bigger. Yeah, so 20 in stroke, and I can type like that. And now this is a different style. Let's maybe change this color a bit. Uh, hmm, yeah, that's better. So this is my style number 2. So I have this style number 1 and this style number 2. And now I'm about to do another one. I'm going to hit Control C again and Control V, and I will be well, hiding the style number 2, so I can only see style number 3. Yeah, and check out this. I want to do a really cool effect. I want to, as you can see, the fonts are the same and the sizes are the same because I'm copying and pasting the same object. All I want to do is change the style, the color style. So I'm going for another screaming green like this. Yeah, save. But I'm not going to add any width. I want to do something. I want to add like extra colors, and for that, there's a nice trick for that is creating a clone. A clone is a direct copy because it's the same object like we did here, but with the same ID. That means that it will perform exactly the same for all objects. Let me show you how. I'm going to click here on duplicate and create a cloned version. This cloned version, I'm going to put it behind, and I'm going to change the color, for example, to something like that. Yeah, and now I can actually put it a bit behind here to create like this effect. And but that's not the end of it. I want to clone it again. Yeah, the second clone, and this second clone will have another color, like that. Yeah, and since I drag this behind, I'm going to put it like here. Okay, this is a really nice party title, but check it out. These clones, I don't need them. I mean, I don't need to input anything on them because they share the same ID. I'm going to type something here in style number 3, and all 3 will change. That's how you create that amazing effect. So now I have my 3 styles, style number 2, number 1. How do we make the choice for this? How do we tell Customily that I don't want this to show all together. I want them to show depending on my choice at the beginning. So what we do is we group them in layouts. When you create a layout, you're basically telling Customily, okay, so I will have a drop down that will give me these style options, and whatever I select will show or hide the other ones. So the first one is style 1. Yeah, this one will be style 2, and all these 3 together will be style 3. So I grab them all together and I create style. So I close them up, and you see when I click on one style, I only see one. I only see twice. Sorry, the second one, and I only see the third one. This is how layouts work in Customily. So I'm going to reorganize them so I get 1, 2, and 3. Information, background selection, and this is our design, and we're ready to go. So when I save my design, I'm not going to do anything else in this case. When I save my design, I get to check out the options for a second. See, options, like I said, are these interactions. And I will have a lot of options because I will have a lot of objects. So I better clean them up before I create the product. If I click here, this is my design area. I find my design here, and I click on Edit Options. I will see that Customily created all this for me. It created the font swatches, it created the text input, and the background swatches, all for me. So what would I need to do to make this perfect? Well, first I want to select the background. So I'm going to click, hold and drag up. Then I want to select the layout. So, but the layout will be called select title style. And you see, we have three styles, 1, 2, and 3. For each style, we have, well, the information is the final input, so I'm going to drag this all the way down here. So we have the first title style 1 is a text input and has a font swatch, okay? And we can keep this like that, but we want this to show, we're going to show this initial value to be party. Why do I want an initial value? Because when I change the style, I want to see what the style is about. So if I see a content in the text already, will be better for me to appreciate the style. Yeah, and then we have the font swatch for that text. For the second style, we have the text input and we have the font as well. We're going to put party here. Yeah. Now for the text style number 3, we actually have the clones as well jumping around here. We don't want this because they all behave the same. So we just delete one clone and we delete the other clone. And we have the fonts for the clones as well. We need to delete them really fast, like that. And yeah, style text number 3, party. That's all I needed to add. Everything is working perfectly. Now in the information part, what if we actually need to put suggestion for the customers to understand? We can put this like date, and I would like to add more lines, but for that I need to make it a text area. So click here, make it a text area, and now I have date, time, address, and contact. You see, I'm not putting this here as initial value because I don't want this to show. I want this to be a suggestion on the box. Just so people can jump in lines in the other text elements, let's change these text inputs to text areas as well. Yeah, we make sure that all our customers are able to jump lines and type more than one line in the titles. So now that we customized these options the way we want them to show on any product, we are ready to save this and create our invitation. Let's go to start. Let's go to create new product, not POD, but my product basis. Find the LS Party Invitation product base. And now we're going to pick from our designs. Oh, sorry, first we need to see if there are variants to pick. And then jump to my designs. In my designs, I should be able to find in the last page this LS Party Dark Party Invitation. Once I click on my design, I sit back and I watch Customily work. Customily now will create a brand new product in my Shopify store with a listing photo, and it will create, well, the name and the description and everything, but it will also create the template. The template that will load on the front end is being created right now. It's putting my design in the print area of the product base and also previewing that on the mockup, and you get this result. So you need to invest time on creating your designs, yes, but when you create the product, it's really fast. It takes less than 2 minutes to put this working. I can go to edit product details and change the title if I want to, review the options if I were to interest. So these two shortcuts are really handy. But since we did all our homeworks in the first place, I actually have everything ready to go. I can change my background and see how that changes on the front end in the preview. This is the final revision. And I get to put here, well, date, time, address, contact. Yeah, you see it's looking contact. It's really nice. But also I get to select the title style. This is the layout effect. And I pick style 1. and I see this style with free fonts to choose from. If I go to style number 2, I see the free fonts as well. I can change them or change this to any kind of text. In the style number 3, I only have one text input. Remember, the others are clones, but I can actually do this, and everything looks exactly the way I want. I actually like this image as a new customization, okay, and save it to be the product image. Now that I have my new product image and I have all my options ready to go, I can publish this product and sell it right off. Okay. And now this is working perfectly. I may go to Shopify and change my name. I might add the price, set up some other mockups if I want. I can go to Shopify and customize this any way I want. But this is working, and all we need to do is customize. And well, I really hope you you now get a better understanding of the app. Sometimes we go through particular products. We have more to come, and still, this is a great way to start. Watch other live sessions. Check out because they are indexed. They have the assets so you can practice these tutorials on your own. And if you have any doubt, always write to support@customily.com. Open a live chat in the app. We are open right now and open on office hours EST. But also, you can join the Facebook communities and chat with other Customily users, people that are already selling, working, and making the most of the app. So, well, I guess this is all the time we have for today. I hope you like this product. I hope you enjoyed this live session. I hope to see you next week. Tuesday will be a big live session with a brand new product on the market and for you all to check out and see what we can do. I hope you have a great weekend and see you next week. Bye bye.